Do you want to leave a lasting impression on those you deal with? If so, you might consider ways to be more captivating. And that's just what we'll discuss today. Just like I'm about to do for our customers in our social skills training program, I'm going to share with you some advice that I provide to clients. Your life will improve in every aspect if you can figure out how to be more fascinating. It will become less dull to be around you and more enjoyable to chat with you. You'll never get invitations to additional events on a regular basis. Not to mention, people would relish the opportunity to interact with you. Here are 13 creative tips on how to make others like you. Time wasters must go first. I'm sorry to break it to you, but something has to change if all you do is to go to work, go home and play video games. Don't get me wrong. I believe there are appropriate times and places to watch Netflix at home. Doing so is sometimes a terrific way to unwind, particularly after a tough day at the job. Making time for new activities is necessary if you want to learn how to be more fascinating. You have to resist the impulse to do what seems comfortable in order to accomplish it. Reduce the activities you engage in that don't genuinely enhance your life, in my opinion. Keep in mind that each day is made up of the same 24 hours. You can't get it back after it's gone. Don't squander your time, since it's the one resource we can create more of. Clear your calendar to make room for trying new things if you want to become a more intriguing person. The second piece of advice is to get to know oneself. I've found that the majority of socially awkward individuals don't feel confident in themselves. They often feel insufficient because they make unfavorable comparisons to others. You need to quit questioning yourself if that describes you and you want to learn how to be more fascinating. Discover your identity and what interests you most about yourself. One of the best activities you can do to boost your confidence is learn about yourself. Grab a piece of paper and start listing the qualities that you enjoy about yourself. You may also compile a record of your successes and noteworthy actions. Keep in mind that you will feel more at ease in your own skin the more you understand who you are. Thirdly, cherish your uniqueness. Think about how monotonous life would be if everyone followed the same path. You must therefore embrace your uniqueness. Accept your peculiarities since they play an important role in who you are. Do more of the things you are truly interested in, rather than merely following the crowd. Stop looking to others for approval. Start looking at yourself instead. You ought to own it if you like cosplay, comic books, or programming. Always keep in mind how infectious passion is. Regardless of how geeky you think your hobbies are, here, it's important to discuss them with excitement. It's impossible for people to help but share your enthusiasm for anything. The fourth tip is to maintain an open mind. A regimen is excellent if you want to accomplish things, but variety really is the spice of life, as the saying goes. My advice is to be more spontaneous and open-minded. You could visit a restaurant you've never been to, for instance. You're able to listen to songs that you otherwise wouldn't. You may reserve a flight and go to a place you haven't been to before. Can you see how that functions? Stop judging new concepts so harshly and try innovative things more often. You'll do this to develop new preferences and broaden your viewpoint. Fifth, increase your bravery. I've noticed that most bored people try to choose the easy way out. They simply stay to themselves because they care so much more about what other people think of them. In light of this, I would like to kindly remind you that whatever you want lies outside of your comfort zone. You need to make more chances if you want to learn how to become more intriguing. You must continue doing unpleasant things in order to gain bravery. Expose yourself progressively to whatever it is you're frightened of. Consider the scenario when you have social anxiety. If so, I advise you to start off modestly. Just make it a point to greet people with a smile and a hello next time you're out and about. Making things more difficult for you may be done gradually once you feel confident doing it. You'll eventually discover ways to avoid being socially awkward. You'll come to understand that pursuing your goals seldom results in anything really negative. Also keep in mind that rejection isn't about you. Don't take things personally, since you have no clue what other people are going through in their lives. Increasing your network is at the 6th tip. You become the person you spend the most time with. You should thus focus on developing your social and extroverted skills. You must be able to establish connections with a variety of individuals. If you want to learn how to be more fascinating, divide up your connections and spend time with people from other backgrounds. Speak with people who are older than you, people of the opposite gender, and people who work in different fields. By doing this, you'll get special insights that will change the way you see certain circumstances. 70. A statement to make. I often hear from our customers in our social skills training program that they don't know what to say. Make sure you plan in advance if you're wondering how to be more chatty and how to keep a conversation going. Consider this. You wouldn't take an exam without preparation, right? Why would you attend a social event if you had nothing to say? Make up tales to tell if you want to learn how to be more intriguing. To become more confident in any situation, try to anticipate what the majority of people will be discussing. I advise you to keep up with current affairs as well. Before you leave, try to think of as many stories as you can. When you do, you'll participate much more actively in group discussions, since you'll know what to say. 8. Develop new talents. There isn't much of a way around it. You must engage in exciting activities if you want to learn how to be more interesting. Repeating the same activities will not provide you with many discussion topics. Keep in mind that uninteresting discussions result from people's boring lives. In light of this, try to regularly further your education and pick up new talents. You might learn how to dance, for instance. You have the ability to learn how to play an instrument. Additionally, you may pick up a new tongue. If so, does it make sense? Learning new abilities will not only make your life more fun, but it will also provide you with additional conversation starters. You'll be able to connect with a larger variety of individuals and project an image of being someone who is highly respected. Stop fantasizing at the 90. Most socially uncomfortable people often relieve prior blunders in their minds. Because they never learn how to do so, they constantly criticize themselves. You need to stop thinking and be more present in your conversations if you want to know how to be more intriguing. I advise you to start practicing meditation in order to achieve that. You just need to take a few minutes each day to clear your thoughts and concentrate on your breathing. Long enough practice will teach your brain to slow down, which will improve your ability to think more clearly. So you'll feel less anxious and be more comfortable in all social situations. Sharpen your wit as a 10th tip. All of your encounters will be more engaging after you learn how to be funny. Any group will respect you more if you have a good sense of humor. You'll be able to lighten the atmosphere and make everyone you're with comfortable. Remember that one of the keys to learning how to make people laugh is to use the element of surprise. You need to be able to draw connections between apparently unconnected topics if you want to be hilarious. What you should do is notice the objects around you to get you started. Then, consider what else it makes you think about. To capture as many thoughts as you can, set a timer. Play around, imagine, and be imaginative. You will improve your ability to think quickly under pressure as you do this. 11th tip. Ask intriguing questions. It's crucial for introverts to learn how to strike up a conversation. The ability to strike up a discussion with someone you've never met before is ultimately necessary. But you can't stay there. If you want to learn how to be more fascinating, consider asking more unusual inquiries rather than just conversing about the weather or your current circumstances. For instance, inquire as to whether they have any hidden talents or what skills they would want to learn. You may also inquire about their ability to travel. Why would they go there? Most individuals are forced to think deeply, since they aren't often posed with questions of this kind. As a consequence, you will engage in deeper dialogue rather than superficial exchanges. 12th tip. Hone your conversational skills. I previously collaborated with many engineers, programmers, and developers in my capacity as a social skills coach. They often bring up subjects that other people cannot connect to, which is a mistake I see a lot of them making. They also often use specialized language that few people would be able to grasp. As a consequence, when they engage, the majority of them often experience uncomfortable silences. You must learn how to engage more effectively if you want to become more fascinating. Make sure your next narrative has a beginning, middle, and finish, for instance. Leave aside irrelevant details and focus on how something makes you feel. Additionally, try to link and identify as many points of commonality as you can. If you know how to improve your conversational skills, you can quickly make friends with anyone. Last and final tip is to create a wish list. The majority of individuals spend a significant portion of their time working. If that describes you, it could seem as if work is all you do. Would you feel guilty if you knew you would pass away the next week? You need a life outside of work if you want to learn how to be more fascinating. Because of this, you should take the time to make a bucket list. To get you going, consider what you would do if money were not an issue. Where do you want to reside? With whom would you spend time? Have you ever wished to write a novel, for instance? Or maybe you simply want to take some time off and travel by backpack. Or perhaps you want to hone your vocal skills and perform live. Start writing down your ideas and really creating preparations to carry them through. Whatever it is that you need to accomplish. In the end, leading a life that makes you happy is the key to learning how to be more intriguing. Download your free socializing cheat sheet if you're computer savvy yet timid and want to learn how to approach and speak to anybody. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Thank you and goodbye.